Hello, all of you gloriously wonderful people, and welcome to Tropico 6. This is brand new to YouTube for me, but I have streamed this on Twitch a couple of times. It can be a little crashy at times, so I'm a little worried, but you know, hey, whatever. This is my first time playing Sandbox, so um, sure, this all, you know what? Give me all the money. There we go. Give me as much money as I can have. So let's go. Let's see what's what. So, in case you're new to Tropico, the basic gist of the game, and oh my god, what a pretty game. I say that every time I stream it. It's gotten even prettier since it left beta and has been a full release. Like, the graphics engine just got so much better. Anyways, the gist of the game is you have this tropical island is somewhere in the Caribbean. Oh, I have a huge bay here. 5 good-sized islands, 1 really big one, and 4 medium-sized. Awesome. Imports and exports is the name of the game, really, more than anything. There's more to it than that, but that's a big part, and because of that, I want to immediately get this dock connected here. Can we do a pretty road, please? I would like a better road there. That works for me. Want to get that thing connected. You do start off usually with like a plantation, and that's it. It looks like I've got a lot of homeless people. Matter of fact, everybody's homeless. Because there's not enough housing. This one's fully occupied, and so are these, I'm sure. So we'll need to get straight to housing. I'm surprised there's 75 people. What's our employment like? Yeah, so we have a lot of unemployed people, so we need to get busy. But before you really start doing anything, you want to give it a minute. Because you start getting tasks of things to do. That will like extend out your mandate and things like that. At least you usually do. Maybe in this one you don't get them as quickly. So what are we making here? This is cattle. So if this is a good place for cattle, which we can find out by going here, going to livestock and looking at cattle, that's not really a good place for cattle. So we might want to tear that down and turn that into housing. Granted, you know, that's gonna get rid of all the jobs in town because I think that's the only employer other than my Teamster Shack and my construction office. Sorry, Teamster office, not Teamster Shack. But it's not really a good place for cattle, so I'd rather put them somewhere that they're going to be efficient. I will, however, go right back in and take a look at where that is. And over here is a very good spot for cattle, just opposite the palace. But I don't want to live right next to a bunch of stinking cows. So what I'm going to do is put in a little bit of a road here. That should be big enough. There we go. And then we'll put that cattle over there, which is not a plantation. It is... Oops. A ranch cattle. So we can probably get 2 of these in here. Maybe not. You know what? Let's put them... Yeah, let's try to get 2 in. So it's not going to quite let my road go where I wanted it to, but that's okay. What I can do... Actually, cancel those. I get really particular about where stuff is in these type of games. I like it to be laid out just ever so nicely. So what I'll do is go back in here, put those ranches back in. Come on, finish demolishing, please. You're done. You're demolished. Now, are you happy? Can you go there now? It doesn't know it's demolished yet. There, I had to wait for those little road bits to go away. So we'll put 1 there. And 1 right next to it. And that will inform where the road can go. Which is going to be right here. No, just go straight through, please. There we go. Only thing is the roads, they're wonky to connect. They won't do like that single line thing. So I gotta go in, demolish that whole bit, and then bring it across, and then I've got good road. So what I also want to look at is getting some agriculture going. This one with our plantations. Actually, before I do that, let's go back to the overlays, zoom way out, and take a look at crops. Corn will grow okay there, pretty decent up there. Let's slow time down while I'm looking at this. Sugar, because sugar's a good one because you can turn it into rum. Actually, so if I bring a road out this way, I could get a couple sugar plantations right there. Might do that. Cocoa up here when we eventually spread that way. Tobacco does okay, so we could do like maybe a couple tobacco farms on here and turn those into cigars, which good money again. Pineapples, not so good on our main island, and I want to stick to the main island. Coffee does okay, but only once we get up here, really. Cotton, we could maybe do some cotton farms right back here. And then rubber, which you can sell and also turn into some things. I also want to see what minerals do we have nearby. Good. Excellent. So once we get up here, we have some gold, or over here we have some gold. But we have coal and iron down here, so we can also get some mining operations going. Or we can even do them on the other islands. Like this could be like a mining island. I'd really like for eventually, once we get to tourism, which is a whole era away, do some tourism. There are some areas that'll be good for tourism. Oh, hi. Okay, good. I was just planning on doing some plantations, so let's do that. What I'd like to do is get them kind of in a good spot here where they're going to do very well. So, whoops, I zoomed out too far. So what I'm going to do is bring a road out. Let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the 8th one. So we would go 1, 2, I can't see. There we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th one. I just kind of like some symmetry in my towns, you know? Now, once I get this road out here, I won't be as worried because, you know, it kind of gets outside of the little teeny tiny town proper that we're making right now. I don't want to have... Eventually, I'll probably tear all this down once we have tons of money and we're not as agricultural based. But for now, this is good. So 84%, 86%, 89%, 88%. Where'd that 89 go? I guess we don't have an 89 anymore. All right, so I'm going to put some corn there, but I'm also going to go back in. And what else was it that grew really well out here? Corn. Sugar grows pretty decently out here, which I could put a sugar plantation just across the road then. And I like that idea because, again, we can turn that into rum and sell it. This one's going to be kind of cut short if I put it there. So let's put it here, and I'd like a second one as well. Mainly because I use a lot of sugar to make rum. And then back to overlays, and I just want to take one more look. Didn't I say there was some tobacco out here? No, I could have swore we saw a place for tobacco out here. Oh, it's over here. So what I can do this and then is bring this road. Why is this road not straight? Straight now. It gets off by 1. Sure. Okay. Not happy about that. But, and I don't think it's going to let me put an intersection there because this intersection is here. So, hope D is not demolished in this game. Roads are free? Did I just... Oh, demolish is free. Okay, roads are $15. It's kind of cheap for a road. No, go there. And we'll just have to... like do a weird thing like halfway in here, like about there. There we go. Why did that close that? I did not want to close that. And then we'll bring this over. We'll get a couple tobacco farms in. We'll do some housing, and then we'll see how things run for a minute. Plantation. Tobacco. Not necessarily going to give you any food, but give you something you can export. I'm going to go ahead and put a second one, even though it's only at 91% there. And then maybe just a little bit more along the way of food. But for that, what I want to do is a Fisherman's Wharf, which we have a pretty decent spot right there. Or I could just put it right here. It's a smaller area for them to fish in, but they're right there in it. So they could just like, boom, go straight in and out. Can I not get this anywhere else though? No. No? Really? Oh, it's backwards. Yeah, I could go there. That would work. Maybe I should go to the bigger one where it's just a better resource overall. Yeah, let's do that. They'll have to row their boat a little farther, but that's okay. They can row their boat. They're really good at rowing boats. They live on an island. Where can we get this connected nicely? And for now, I'm just going for just a horrible, ugly, plain grid system. It's functional is why I do it. I also want to put in a landing because these allow me to have new people show up. Why can I build this here? So you put up that angle. That's odd. Build it way over here. You'll build it at an angle over here. Okay, fine. Have it there. We'll have some variety. So that should give me everything I need there. Food. Maybe we want to start logging as well. Is there a good place for logging? Yeah, right down here, actually. The thing about logging is you want it to be near the trees, not in the trees. It's a mistake a lot of people make in this game. They will put the logging right in the trees because they think, oh, that's where it has to go. It's not where you want it. And then we will have
nice
sawmill high.
Choices, isn't it?
Yes, it's lovely to have choices. And then I want to finish out my industry. We have sugar plantations over here. So I should just be able to squeeze in a rum distillery right there. And then finally, over by where we have our cattle, we're going to have them produce hides, which will have the tannery, which will produce leather. So we're going to get all that up and running. That is a lot of construction for our construction office. Let's, whoops, sorry about that thud. We're going to let time pass by here and get all this built. And we just had our first freighter visit. It's sailing away. It didn't bring us, it brought us people, but it didn't give us any money, simply because there wasn't anything here yet, because nothing was, since I tore down the one thing that we had, which was our plantation. Hi. Yes, I will do that. I'm working on it right now. Actually, we've got a ton of places under construction, probably well more than we have people to fill them. So while this is going, let's look at housing as well, because we do need some housing. For now, everybody's just going to be poor. Not anything that I'm doing. It's just they are. They're just poor. However, they're going to need a little entertainment, and that entertainment comes easiest through taverns. So I'm going to put one to each side here. They also have a bit of a religious need, which is here. So we're going to give them a chapel, and then again, that'll provide jobs. And then we're also going to provide a grocery over here because that gives them some diversification in their food. So I built 4 more houses. That's good for 24 more people. We have a lot more people than that, though. So what I want to do is also get a few houses out here by where people are working. You don't have to connect these 2 roads. They're fine just being nearby. Oh, one other thing I wanted to get under construction is this guy, because you can set him on raids and things to bring you money, treasure, more people, all kinds of cool stuff. You can even steal world wonders using the pirate cove. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to get some houses out there as well. And I'm just going to stick to bunk houses until people start making some money. And then we start having like some well-off people and things like that. That will let us have more money. Oh, you don't want to build a house there? Fine. Have a few people that'll be employed out there. Probably squeeze a few houses in down here as well. And maybe one right there just for the hell of it. And then once those houses get built, I can tear down these shacks. I don't think they tear down on their own. So I've only got 1 construction office, so that's why everything's running a little bit slow. What I am going to need, though, is a couple extra Teamsters offices, simply because these guys are going to have a lot to do because I've done so much. And the Teamsters are the ones who you see on the road. If I zoom in here, you see them carrying goods in wheelbarrows and things. I thought if we came over here, There goes some. Let's slow things down. We'll go look at them. But they bring all of the goods. There goes the guy. I don't know where he went. He vanished off into nowhere. But they bring all the goods to the docks. They transfer goods between places that need them for manufacture and all that wonderful fun stuff. So we got a lot of stuff to build, but we've already made $3 grand. You know, that's not bad to start. However, the Crown wants to trade with us, and you want to extend your mandate out as long as possible while you're in the colonial area. If you run out of your mandate before you've declared independence, then, well, you lose. Game over. Like, just that simple. So the Crown wants coffee, cotton, gold, planks, rum, or sugar. Well, I am making rum, so we will sign that contract. I will be making rum once everything gets up and running. Right now, they're telling me we don't have any sugar to make rum, which that's okay.
Our revolution is as yet only marginally glorious, but with your continued support, Governor, the people will make it shine.
Ooh, a shiny revolution.
There, it is complete.
There,
Once
see,
again,
that was
the
easy
breadth
for the
of El
unemployment.
Presidente's awesome political vision is shown.
Mainly because I had no jobs for nearly 90 people, and I just made a bunch of jobs. Matter of fact, a lot of these places are going to not have enough workers, honestly. Let's get the speed back up here. I like the music in this game, which I know it's down really quiet. Sorry. But I like the music. I like the graphics, but I love the sense of humor. It's got such just a cheeky sense of humor to it. All of my plantations are done. So what I can do now is go and look to see, do we have any upgrades? And, well, sadly, no. I want to leave them on monoculture. Decreasing their efficiency just
Something does
isn't
not
worth it.
feel
Hi.
quite right, Governor. I have a powerful desire to call you Presidente.
There we go. And a minute ago, I was talking about declaring independence. This is how I do it. I need to get 55% or 60% of my people, of my revolutionaries approving of what I'm doing, and I needed 60% of the population supporting those revolutionaries. So that's all we've got to do. And right now, it's pretty high. And there are ways you can impact that. Yep, working on it already. So, yeah, and that will give me more. I can have her award me more revolutionaries. So let's take a
Well,
look.
you did the
Oh,
right thing, which is
there we go.
whatever the Crown says it is. Cream tea?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of cream you put in that, Roger. Let's call him Raj. Raj, like your monocle, Raj. So this is how you extend your mandate, by fulfilling the Crown's quests. Many, many, many quests. So our plantations, what can they do? We could do pasture prohibition, but I don't have anything there. But I can go for fertilizer. If I had plantations nearby, it would benefit them. Sadly, it doesn't stack anymore, by the way. In beta, it's stacked, and you can make your plantations like 500% efficient, and it was kind of awesome. But that doesn't work anymore. But since I don't have any plantations nearby, there's no need to spend that money.
More,
There just
Governor,
isn't.
more.
I am actually working on that. Wait, I've already built one. Crap. So I'm going to have to build another one somewhere. I can do that, though. Let's put in... I wanted to start looking at a road over here. Whoa. So let's see what I can do about a road here. Actually, let's bring it out here first. And you can see they built a shack over here. That tells me I don't have enough housing currently in this area. Now, can you connect nicely? Thank you. But I have housing under construction, so that should not be an issue for too terribly long. And how are you going to join up? Ugly is how. So let's... If you're going to be ugly, let's minimize the ugliness. And then I should be able to fit just one more logging camp right in back here. I don't want it to be in the trees too much. I think that's a fine location. By the way, coconut harvesters? No? That's surprising. All right, so I've got all this space to develop like the urban area. The urban area. I keep zooming out. And then over here can be more agriculture, and over here can be more agriculture. And now it's just a matter of waiting for all this stuff to get built. I only have one construction office, so it takes a while. I could get a second one, and I can also speed them up by ignoring safety regulations, and also hiring more people. There we go. Now they can hold 10 people. By the way, how is unemployment? 0. Which means, on the flip side, I probably have, I have a lot of vacant jobs, and I still have stuff under construction. So what I'm looking is to see this population increase, and it increases every time that freighter shows up. But it'll also increase through this guy. Just on its own, people will show up every once in a while. Not too often. But it's worth having. It doesn't cost you anything to have it, I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't cost anything. But it also allows people to get in boats to go do their thing. Alright, so got our logging camp under construction for him. Then he's going to want planks, which sadly I already built that guy, but whatever. We want to change this. No, we don't. We want to leave that alone. We want to leave that alone. Just waiting for more stuff to get built here so I can upgrade many things at once. Now, healthcare is a thing that is a concern, but I can't do anything about it because we don't have clinics or anything yet. But I can, however, have them get basic healthcare at church. Don't ask me how that works. I don't really know. I can upgrade this by adding a few more guard positions, which I'm going to do. We also want to think about military, because when you get out of the colonial era, sorry for my chair squeaking, you can either pay the crown a certain amount of money to just be like, hey, we're independent now, fuck off, or you can go to war. And I usually prefer going to war because I don't like giving them money.
With your continued support, Governor, the people will make it
Still
shine.
promising a shiny revolution. So let her bring in more immigrants that, they are immigrants. I mean, not in a bad way. A circus. Sure, yeah, we can have a circus. We will put it, I don't know where we'll put it. Most of our people live over here, so let's put it right here. I don't think I have it researched yet, though, so I'm going to have to pay for that. Speaking of research, there is research I need to be doing. Let's put that circus right there, where it'll impact most people. So, research allows me to eventually enact edicts, which allow me to change my constitution and all kinds of wonderful, fun things. So, Pirate Cove has been built. We can do under black sails, which is just basic settings, or we can decrease the time that it takes them to do missions, but they might die. And that's what we do. And then in World War era, we can buy them a really big telescope.
I must
they
say,
built that
I'm
quick.
glad to be.
You're welcome. And then we can send them on raids. First thing first, because we have so many people, or so many vacant jobs, I'm going to send them out for a rescue. They'll go. We already have a chapel. Like, we have a chapel already. I really don't want to build another one. But I guess we could build one out here in, like, the agricultural area, and that will also help me with healthcare out here. There we go. Wow, everything's built. Okay, so cool. What that means is I can come here to these loggers. They're on take and give, which means they will plant saplings as they cut down trees, which is what I want. And I can't do anything with those guys, sadly. And I think I already looked at what we can do with the lumber mill, which was
Viva
nothing.
la revolution!
Yes, viva la revolution, indeed. So what else can we look at right now? Oh yeah, Teamsters, since my other office got built. We want to have them loose load limit so they move quicker, but they might lose some of their freight now and then. I am okay with that.
More. Oh,
Yep, always more, we know. So, how is my dock efficiency anyway? 100%. Perfect. That affects how often the boats show up. And he's going to bring me another 9 grand. And 17 people. That's awesome. The regular controls are what I want. You can add sniffer dogs, but look, it decreases your efficiency by 20%, so that boat doesn't come very as often. In later eras, you can upgrade the dock and do things with it that will make it better. Let's take a look here. Liquid melancholy. All you can drink decreases job quality, but increases the efficiency. Which I want it to be efficient so people can go in there and
Governor,
get good
the
and
people
drunk.
have a request, but for safety reasons.
Yeah, we're already doing corn. Same here. You can get upgrades, but I don't have them unlocked yet. So we're doing all right. nice little start to Tropico with its amazing, amazing music. Just kind of peeking around, seeing what's what. I think everything has been built. We do have this new church, so we want to change that to healthcare as well. And then the last thing I want to look at is how housing is working out. I can tell I don't have enough housing over here, simply because these people have built shacks. We can click on that shack and see what's their deal. They're uneducated poor people. So we need housing for the poor, which that's what a bunkhouse is. There we go. Costs more to run that, and I only have 2 people there. I could have built just a house. But as more people move in and I hire more people in these areas, we will need the extra space. Over here, housing. Okay, we do have a housing issue here.
Only marginally glorious.
Thanks. We do have a housing issue right here. One guy that's well off. Okay. And then 2 well off people here. So, I can build them houses instead. So we will do that. You have a house. You have a house. And then where else are we dealing with housing issues? I think that's it. Yeah. We've gotten off to a fairly decent start. We do need to get one more trade route going with the crown. So we head back over to the dock. What are we making? We are making tobacco, right? No, that's right. We're not making tobacco. Making sugar. I really don't want to export my sugar, though. One of the other things you can do in this, anytime you see that somebody's paying a premium, which is the plus 5%, you can go and look to see if anybody's selling that same thing at a discount. If they are, well, you can get it at a discount, turn around and sell it at a premium. So I guess I'll sell some of my sugar. I really don't want to, though. Oh, wait, tobacco. Forgot that I have tobacco. We do have tobacco. Yeah, we have plenty of tobacco. There we go. Cool. Not a bad start. Oh. Uneducated and broke. 14-year-old. How'd you wind up living by yourself at 14? Oh. All she wants me to do is make corn. Like this, the revolutionaries apparently are a very corn-based revolution. Who knew? So I think in the next game, or in the next video, we'll probably like go up this way. And that's right. Next video, I'm going to do Tropico for a little while. We'll do Tropico and some Astroneer, possibly. Alternate back and forth. Just to get a bit of a mix going that I haven't had for a while. It's just been GTA and Astroneer for way too long. Unless, of course, you watch on Twitch. Which you really should be. Because that's like half my content is on Twitch. Unemployed. Okay, so we've got an unemployment issue going on here. So we do need to get some more jobs. So what can we do to get jobs? We can get some more Teamsters over this direction to help carry the crops around. That will get a few people in the jobs. Hi.
Almost as much as I do, Governor. We have such
Oh, I don't want to do this yet. I don't have military yet.
Undeniable, President.
Uh-oh. Can I just close it without... Okay, I did. I don't know how to bring that back, though. Okay, good. If I click on that, it'll be there. Gotta have some military before we even try that. So that's what we'll do in the next video, is build military maybe over here. Build up some military to take on the crown when they invade. Wow, that was really quick, though, for just the first era. But anyways... That's going to do it for now. Till next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.